Hi, I'm Camila. I'm the founder of Oishya. Although I'm not a professional chef, I'm a big foodie at heart. And when I first heard about Japanese knives, and when I saw one in one of those fancy shopping malls in London, I found myself captivated by their beauty and sharpness. And when I started exploring them, I quickly became very, very confused. There were many names like Gyuto, Nakiri, Santoku, Bunka, which didn't really mean anything to me. And when I asked my friends, most of them didn't know either. In fact, I wanted to get such knife as a gift for my partner, but I didn't know which one would be good, which steel would be good, which price range I should aim for, and what do all the names, all the steel types, and the blacksmiths, how do they differ, how do they compare? And it quickly became overwhelming. That's why I started Oishya, to make it simpler for people like me who want a high quality, beautiful and affordable Japanese knife that will last them forever. We work with family-run Japanese blacksmithing businesses. These masters forged our blades in different lines, different styles, while the handles are made by our European craftsmen from the very rare and finest materials such as bog oak, which is 2,500 years old, and maple burl, which is dried for 2 years. After all, finding the right knife is a bit like finding the right partner. You want one that's balanced and supportive. And while all knives, even Japanese ones, will eventually need sharpening, like all relationships need maintenance, a quality knife will reward your care with years of joyful and smoothless cooking. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Think of a knife as a carefully balanced equation. Each element, from the steel type to handle design, influences how it performs in your hand. Different knife making traditions, from the Japanese ones to German or French, each bring their own philosophy about what makes a good knife. Let's explore how different cultures approach blade shapes. German knives are characterized by their pronounced curved belly, perfect for roking motions when chopping herbs or mincing. French knives take a middle ground with a straighter edge but still maintaining same curve for versatility. Japanese knives, which I have in abundance, each of the shapes serve specific purpose. The Gyuto is Japan's interpretation of the Western chef's knife, combining elements of both traditions. The Santoku, meaning three virtues, for chopping, slicing, and dicing, features a flatter profile for precise up and down cutting. Kiritsuke, which you can see the difference in its distinctive angled tip, offers exceptional precision and is particularly skilled in slicing. The Bunka, which is a bit like Kiritsuke, features a reverse tanto tip, and this knife excels at detailed work and is popular for both vegetable prep and fish filleting. Each of these shapes reflects the centuries of tradition, developed to match specific needs. There is no best shape. The best one is the one which suits you, which is matching your cooking style and the techniques you use the most. Steel choices and their impact. The soul of the knife is its steel. Traditional carbon Japanese knives develop character over time, forming a distinctive patina that tells a story of every ingredient they've touched. These knives can rust if not cared for properly, but they reward you with easier sharpening. But the great thing is that modern knife making has given us the best of both worlds. Now we have high carbon stainless steels that combine excellent edge retention with corrosion resistance. For instance, this is VG10 steel, which achieves impressive hardness of 62 on the Rockwell scale, while our premium SG2 R2 steel reaches an exceptional 64 point on the Rockwell scale. That's knife speak for measuring how hard the steel is. For context, most German knives rate around 56 to 58. The higher the number, the longer the knife holds its edge. Speaking of hardness, imagine the difference between the billboard bowl and a pencil eraser. A softer steel, like the eraser, can deform under pressure but bounce back. Harder steel, like the billboard bowl, resists deformation, but it can chip much easier. For example, if dropped. This is why proper technique and care is crucial, regardless of the steel type you use. Japanese knives typically feature harder steel, allowing them to maintain the edge for longer. But the trade-off is that they are more brittle. Traditional Japanese knives feature single bevel, meaning they are ground on one side with a concave back. This makes them incredibly sharp and precise, especially for tasks like cutting fish. On the other hand, they require a specific technique and they are designed for either you're left-handed or right-handed. So if you are left-handed like me, means that your right-handed partner may not feel so comfortable using your knife. Most Western knives and many modern Japanese knives use a double bevel, meaning they are symmetrical. They are more forgiving, cut straight through ingredients, and work well for both right and left-handed people, especially when you have a ambidextrous handle, like octagonal one, like this one. The choice between a single and double bevel often comes down to your cutting style and whether you're willing to adapt your technique. Thickness and performance. Blade thickness dramatically affects how a knife moves through food. Japanese knives tend to be thinner, gliding through ingredients with less resistance. They excel at precise cuts, but struggle with harder ingredients or bones. Thicker German blades might not have the same finesse, but they are workhorses that can handle almost any task. The golden rule: use the thinnest knife that can safely handle your cutting tasks. A thin blade will always cut more efficiently when used appropriately. Size and control. Professional chefs usually use blades on the longer scale, from 24 centimeters or longer, because they want to process large quantities quicker, but don't feel pressured to go for something big. Most home cooks, like myself, find the 18 to 21 centimeter knife ideal because it offers enough length for most tasks, while it can also allow you for more control. For more precise tasks or smaller ingredients, use a petty knife, which usually is between 12 to 15 centimeters. It's all about finding the size that makes you feel confident and comfortable. Handle construction. Handle construction. The way a knife's handle is constructed affects its durability and balance. Japanese knives usually feature hidden tang, where a knife partially extends into the handle. Western knives usually feature a full tang running through the whole handle, providing extra durability for heavy use. Handle materials range from traditional wood, like this, to modern synthetics, like this kind of plastic. Commercial kitchens often prefer materials like firebrooks for their durability and hygiene. Home cooks might choose wood, like this dyed maple barrel in blue or natural brown, and because it gives more warmth and it's more beautiful. The handle shape matters too. Some feature pronounced flares to secure a grip, while others maintain a straighter profile. Balance and control. Balance is personal. Some chefs prefer blade-heavy knives, letting gravity do most of the work. Others may want more weight in the handle, allowing for more control. The key is finding a knife that feels like an extension of your hand. Try this. Grip the knife with the thumb and the forefinger at the bolster. The balance point should feel natural. There is no such thing as a perfect knife, only a perfect knife for you. So consider how you cook, what's your favorite technique, your style, and how much maintenance you're willing to do. A knife should feel like an extension of your hand, making cooking not just easier, but more fun. So just remember, the best knife is the one which makes you just want to cook more. Good luck!